So the sleepers are laying on this ballast. So again, as the sleepers are taking the load from the rails and then they transferring it into the ballast. So the ballast is taking the load from the sleeper and spreading it further into the base ground. Why the configuration is actually done like that? So think about it. The train is very heavy. There can be a force of 22.5 tons pushing in one point on this rail. So we need a very strong material to support this weight directly from a train wheel. And then what we want to do, the ground, the soil is not that strong. It cannot take this point load. So what we want to do, we want to spread this load, this 22 tons, on the as much wide area as possible. That's why we're doing it that way. We take a rail, then it's spreading onto the sleepers that has a higher surface area. Then it's going to the ballast, that the ballast usually will be like 300 millimeter, 30 centimeter, maybe up to 40 centimeter deep. We'll spread it further to the bigger area of the base ground. So this base ground is not that strong, but because we are spreading from this point, we are spreading this load on the wider area, in that way this track can be stable and we can avoid the settlement or the deformation of the base ground, because we're taking this load from this one point and spreading it into the wider area of the base ground. So those are the basic components of the railway track: rail, fastening, sleepers, and ballast. Ballast is usually from, we can say 23 millimeter to 63 millimeter. In Poland we were using from 31.5 millimeter to 50 millimeter. Depends on the standard, but basically from 23 millimeter to 60 millimeter in that kind of range. Is also providing the removal of the water from the track. And another function of ballast is to keep this track in a position. So they holding a sleepers. There should be actually the ballast here on the side, on each side of the track, and will hold this whole track assembly in the position. That's all that I wanted to show you today. Thank you for watching. Bye.